Welcome to PMU Unveiled. I'm Layla Hinchin and I'm your podcast host. I am the creator of the PMU Circle, an online membership there to bring confidence and education to artists around the world. I've also run my multiple six-figure clinic and training academy for many, many years, and I'm here to bring you unfiltered PMU talk. Let's scrap those false pretenses and the image of perfection that surround our industry. We want to keep it real, we want to educate and of course inspire you. Together, we're going to challenge the norm and shed some light on the realities of being a permanent makeup artist. If you're ready to dive deep and join us, make sure you hit that subscribe button and let's get going. Welcome back to another episode of PMU Unveiled, and today I'm joined by these two incredible ladies, Vicky Clark and Gemma Bowers from the Areola Training Academy. And we are here as well to talk about a charity or foundation that these guys have set up, which is just incredible, absolutely incredible. So let's dive in and let's start from the beginning. So I know you both have a very long history in our industry, in permanent makeup. What made you go into the more medical side, the areola treatments?
So we both done our training in Areola but the year before COVID. So we were just started, the year before COVID. Was it the year before COVID? It might have been the year before that. Just started, tepidly, as you do when you first start doing areola tattooing, And then I got breast cancer, so I needed my areolas doing. So I said to Gemma, okay, you've got to do it.
I was like, oh, find someone else. But no, then Vicky sent me a picture of your remaining nipple. Oh my God, I reckon I practiced your nipple about 4 hours a day through the whole of probably about, 6-7 months. So I was really good at tattooing Vicky's nipple. And when I posted a couple of photos, other ladies were going, oh my God, I need this doing. Can you do mine? And I was like, I can only do Vicky's because obviously I've practiced. But it kind of grew from there.
It just organically grew from there, didn't it?
Yeah, but
we never set out
to any other feeling you can. I don't think you get that from anything else. You don't get the same feeling as tattooing someone's eyebrows or eyeliner that you get from giving someone their confidence back. It was like very much kind of as soon as I sort of started doing a couple of people, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I've found my calling a bit.
It was addictive.
Yeah,
I agree. I mean, I just absolutely fell in love with it when I trained in it, and it just brings so much more meaning, doesn't it, to your client? It is a very emotional treatment to do, but you just know how much it changes lives, and it makes you like, I would actually quite happily just tattoo areolas all day, every day if I could for free. Yeah. Maybe when I retire, that's what I'll do. But it's like when you get clients with alopecia as well. Like I love doing those type of treatments because it does just bring so much more meaning to it. So okay, amazing. So you guys have started up the training academy, teaching areola. Tell me a little bit about your academy.
So we kind of are based all around like a lifetime. It's like a family, and that sounds really a bit cringy, but it is like a family. Once the ladies have trained with us, it's lifetime support, and they can come back on any of our courses for free once they've trained. And some often do, because especially if they don't do their permanent makeup business full time, or maybe they're nurses. So they're not in that world all the time, and they just need a little refresh or a little confidence boost. So they come back quite often and sit on our courses. Obviously,
we get to catch up with everyone again, don't we? It's nice.
Yeah,
and they get the online course as well.
That's really important, actually. After my areola course, it was quite a while before I actually got on clients until I got the word out there a little bit. And at that point, a little refresher would have been incredible, because you do forget things, don't you? Especially when you're not doing it all the time.
Which is the other reason we give them the online course as well, so they have that for life, and we update it quite regularly as well. So if they need a little refresher and they're not near us, like obviously where we travel as well, we've been to America, Ireland and whatever, so they can watch the online course just before clients and things, if they need a refresher that way as well.
That's brilliant.
And part of our training, I don't know if you found this, Layla, but tattooing areolas can be quite, it's not like doing a set of eyebrows where they're going to come in, you're going to pick one of a few colours, Whereas with Areola, you could be using sort of 8, 9, 10 colours, can't you? You know. So we wanted it to be really straightforward for them. We wanted it to be step by step, so that they're always going to produce a good looking areola because they're following the steps. So it's always going to turn out good because it's very simple to follow the training. And then we've produced tools like colour matching tools and things like that that just takes away that panic when they don't know what colours to use, and yeah, it just makes it simple for everyone.
Yeah, we've got an interactive book that we've created called the Booby Bible. So half of the book you've got real nipples, sort of photographs of real nipples, and half of the page is blank so you can practice your drawing. And then the other half of the book is tattoos that we've done, and you've got all the colours there as well. And then in between each of the pages, you've got a sort of piece of plastic, acetate, so they can actually colour swatch on those and wipe it straight off afterwards. So we've got that, and we're also in the process of making another resource called Tartar Tasters, which we have been doing for a long time, and it's all done. It's just in the process now of actually getting made. But do you want to explain what it is?
So it's different colour areolas using the colours that we use. Literally, they can match it over the client's skin. So the client can choose a colour from that way. If it's a double, or if it's a single, you can match as close as like humanly possible to their existing areola.
So it's on literally, so they can literally take it out and hold it up, and they can.
Does that make sense, Layla?
With the colours.
And brilliant, because for me, colour matching was probably my biggest struggle.
Everybody, that's all we get every day is messages about colours.
Yeah, I remember when I first trained and she got out the colours, and I'm looking thinking, really? You're going to use them colours? They're not in that area. But when it all comes together, it's like, wow. So colours definitely. That's even now, it takes me ages to pick my colours before I start training.
This is why we wanted to make it really easy. So obviously all our students will get the resources that we've made within their kits, and obviously they get a little mapping kit as well, which we've also made, the Tartar mapping kit.
You girls have covered everything. Even the
We're kind of trying to work, because obviously where it's grown so organically, everybody's coming to us with and we've gone, right, okay, this is a bit of an issue. We need to do something about this. Let's get this together and let's get that. So we've kind of, over the years of us doing it, we've managed to kind of get everything we believe that you need.
And the photo book, I literally come out my course and messaged every single person I know, can you please send me a photo of your nipples? I need to practice drawing real nipples.
Yeah, that's it.
They're all so different, right? They're so different.
Yeah, every single
they
one.
literally range from, well, there's from nothing almost, and then there's greys and pinks and purples and orange, brown.
Yes, so different. I remember one of my best friends, so she was the first one to send it over to me, and I replied back, I was like, your nipples are huge. I've never seen nipples that big.
We always find our students, they come in the next day, they were going, I was studying my nipples last night. They're all literally like looking at their nipples. But the thing is, they change so much, and they change when you're hot or cold, they change size, they change colour. So kind of impossible to get it exact every single time, because obviously they change.
Yeah. So really, double mastectomy clients are the easiest, aren't they? You haven't got a match to anything in particular. Incredible.
And that's where the book comes in handy as well, because the testers, because you can ask them, what style of areola do you like? What colour, what style?
Pick your new boobies.
Yeah.
Right, so you guys have gone on to open the Tartar Foundation. Please, let's talk about this, because it's just incredible. It gives me goosebumps. I love stuff like this. So
Tartar Foundation,
where did this come from?
It kind of another thing that kind of just happened organically with what we've been doing, because obviously a lot of students were saying, we want to learn, but we don't really want to be charging for it, so we don't know if we're going to have the money to go on the course, because we're not going to be making any money from it. So obviously most people that have their areola tattooed usually are going to come back for other treatments. They're going to recommend you, so you will get people just simply from doing areola tattooing, regardless of the charity or anything else. But we decided we would really like to actually make it possible for artists and for clients to actually have it done regardless of their financial status. So, which is why obviously the Tata Foundation was born.
So anybody that trains with you, you guys will then fund them through the foundation.
Yep. So they can actually apply to become a Tata sponsored artist. So they build a little portfolio up, and then once we've reviewed everything and we believe their, you know, the quality of their work and their standards and everything are really good and really high, they can then become a sponsored artist, which is why we are only allowing people that are trained by us instead of kind of just everybody, because we do want to know that their training has been exceptional.
So you're keeping standards high. I love that. Yeah. And it's needed, isn't it? Like it's a treatment that you have to take seriously.
Oh, absolutely.
100%,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Because it's not just about the work, it's about the delicate scar tissue, knowing how to work with different skin and scarring and traumatized skin and everything else. It's not just about what the tattoo looks like. It's about everything and the trauma that comes behind it and how to talk to clients and, you know, what they've been through emotionally. And, you know, our students know all of this before their clients walk through the door. So we want to know that if you're getting funded for this and you're using the charity, we want to know that, you know, you have the same standards.
Yeah.
So that's why we only allow our students, because we know that what they've been taught and how they've been taught.
Yeah, incredible.
It's it's an amazing charity. I mean, obviously the sponsored artists, they get funded for one a month, and then usually they do one a month for free as well. Usually they'll do a bit of scar work at MCA as well with it at the same time. So they, like I said, they get funded, and then obviously when the charity grows, we are hoping to be able to fund more than one a month. So, you know, hopefully all of them, but we need to kind of keep it fair and make sure there's enough money in the pot for everybody.
I just think as well, what a lovely, you know, like I get clients come in and I won't charge for it, but they're like, no, you've got to have something, and I say to them, we'll just, you know, donate to breast cancer charity or something. But how amazing to be able to say, well, if you donate to this charity, it's actually then funding another tattoo for somebody else. It's much more personal, isn't it?
A lot of people, if I went to something, I don't think I'd feel comfortable walking out going, see ya, and like I'd want to give something, whether it's money or anything. I'd want to kind of do something. I don't think I'd be comfortable with just
it's rare actually. When I do free treatments, it's rare that they will leave without something. Like one lady even sneaked the receptionist like 50 quid or something. She was like, don't tell her till I've gone. I was like, no
take
money.
My card machine and put money on. They've done it herself. I was like,
And it's lovely to be able to offer it for free, isn't it? I don't think there's anything wrong with people wanting to charge or needing to charge.
And this is what we were talking about earlier, wasn't we? Like there are so many artists that really, really want to get into medical tattooing, but because in their head they want to offer it for free, they're not in a position yet where they can offer it for free because they've got overheads and everything else to cover. So again, what an incredible opportunity to allow artists to step into this and be able to do it for free. I mean, I know a lot of artists that still do charge for areolas, and you will get clients, don't you, that don't want to wait, they want to jump the wait list and get
and also on the sorry to interrupt, on the training we also teach about, we call them paid areolas. So once you're doing areola, you'll know this, you do lots of work that you're not connected to breast cancer, loads of cosmetic work, loads, you know, if ladies have had an uplift, all sorts, you'll be doing that as well, loads of that work, and that's paid work as well.
Yeah, definitely. I've done quite a few actually of those, like scars from uplifts.
Transgender, you've got.
Do you know what I did really bloody struggle with though? I had a client just through age lost colour.
Oh, I get a lot of them.
Don't you think they're hard to tattoo though? Because they shrivel up when you start tattooing.
You got to really like stretch them out.
And they feel it. Because I was so used to only working on clients like post-mastectomy, and none of them really feel it. They're nice and comfortable. You've got nice blank canvas. Then that first one I done, I was having a meltdown.
Especially if they shrivel a lot, you're trying to force them over.
It's like you're really trying to stretch it, and then she's uncomfortable, and it was like, oh my god, this is not relaxing.
And when you know you're hurting someone, it's quite hard, isn't it?
It's horrible.
So go on.
So go on. Was you going to say something?
Sorry. Yeah, the charity isn't just about the funding. It is mostly about the funding, but we also have a lot of support on there on the website. So we've got a checklist for what to take to hospital. We've even got links to where to buy everything, like, you know, extra long chargers for your phone, that kind of thing. We've got websites to look at. We've got different surgeons that have been recommended.
Recommend surgeons.
Yeah,
there's a link so that you can talk to somebody who's either had areola tattooing, or they might want to talk about a nipple reconstruction, or so we can buddy them up, basically.
Amazing.
Been through, so we'll match them to someone who's been through something similar. Or we ask every client or every patient what is something they wish they knew that they know now, and whatever their answer, whatever it is, we put it on there. So we have a list.
That's brilliant.
I've had a couple of people, a lymphedema lady talking about lymphedema, so I've linked her to like her YouTube channel that's talking about her experience with lymphedema. We've got a little poem, or I think it's a poem. Got a story from another lady that she's written. So anything really, and we sort of say to patients, if there is anything you want me to put on the website, do let me know.
Yeah, it's like you have literally thought of everything.
We've tried.
So what do you do with the fundraising? Like, how do you get money into the charity?
So every sponsored artist has to do a fundraiser once a year. It can be anything they want. They can do literally anything. Last year I done a tattoo and tarot day. So there was tattoos being done for, you know, contribution, tarot card readers. That was nice. That was a good day. Gemma holds a huge event in the Isle of Wight. There's a lady that owns, is it Langard Manor, Gem?
Manor, it's like a big manor house.
She had breast cancer, didn't she? So she gives you that venue, doesn't she?
Yep. So we do once a year, we go there and we have stalls, we have treatments going on, we have a band, we have games for the kids. So my son gets involved, he does the spin to win.
Brilliant.
A big raffle, and that's it. On the Isle of Wight, where it's quite small, everybody does tend to get involved, which is lovely. We always have a really big, nice list of raffle prizes, and it's just a really, really good day because everybody comes. It's so busy every time. And
lots of people want to donate, don't they, Gem?
Yeah.
So the PMU festival this year, Jess, am I allowed to say?
Yeah.
So she does like what do you call it, Gem?
She's doing like a bongo bingo and like the fun.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to this. She was telling me what this is. I didn't even know what bongo bingo was till I spoke to her.
So she donates to a charity each year. So this year it'll be our charity, which is amazing.
Yeah, I've got another local lady that did a big event, and she donated to the charity.
And our artists, they do different events. So one, I'm trying to think what they all done last year. One done like a family fun day, you know, another. So you can do whatever you like. They can do. It doesn't matter if they donate £50 or £1,000. Doesn't matter.
We need to get the conferences and that as well on board a little bit more, I think, with this.
Yeah, actually,
that's
a
good idea.
But, yeah, lots of people ask.
I'm like, right, let's get everyone's donating.
Yeah, lots of people ask if they can sponsor us, which is great because obviously, you know, the more money in the pot, the better, and the more artists. I mean, we've got artists from all around the UK that are sponsored artists, but obviously, the more artists, the better.
Yes.
So, you know, it's great because obviously it's helping the artists, it's helping the patients, it's, you know, and it's good community spirit.
Yeah. It's
and with your business mums, Layla, it's kind of like you'll probably talk about this with your girls, but obviously the more services you offer, the bigger your clientele, right? So the bigger your business grows, and so it helps. If the artists step into the medical world, it's a whole new ball game, you know, regarding their talents.
And like we said earlier, even just by you offering a free areola service, generally you're going to get that client come back to you for other services. Like a lot of my areola clients will have their eyebrows done after.
Because they know you,
their brows done, and then they come to me. So everything leads on, and I think I am a firm believer in giving back, and you know, good things will always come to you when you're nice and you give.
They do.
There it is. It's good karma, isn't it? You know,
it is good karma. So one thing I wanted to ask you guys was if you had any tips on how approaching the whole emotional side of being an areola tattooist, because it's about understanding, isn't it, what your client has gone through. It's about understanding how much this means to them, and any tips on how not to bawl your eyes out at the end, because I still can't get through a treatment without crying.
That's good. Embrace
Normally,
it.
when we was in the clinic in Hornchurch, it's not only me crying, me and my client come out crying, then Katie and Danielle on reception start crying, and we all have a big cry together.
We had this in Ireland, didn't we? When we did our course in Ireland, the lady, the model, flew over from Spain. She had quite an emotional story, didn't she? Oh my God, she was crying.
We was crying, and we don't often cry anymore, do we?
No, but even we were like, oh, like it was all. Well, it wasn't all. It was nice.
There was about
It
10
was
of
like
us sobbing.
everybody was crying, but it's like, cause it just shows how meaningful it is, and
and I think you don't want to not stop crying later. Embrace it. You know, there's nothing wrong with crying or being emotional, is there?
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
I think the thing is,
Embrace
it obviously it just means a lot. I did a talk for the WI on the island, and one of the ladies that I actually tattooed, she came. She was like, "Can I come with you? Want to really support it?" So yeah, sure, come. So she came along, and she actually talked about her experience, and even afterwards. I mean, this is years later that she's even been through it. Everything's been done and tattooed. It's all over, but she was still like really emotional, and you think it obviously just means so much to people that I don't think you realise. I don't think you realise how much you're actually giving back as an artist doing this for somebody. I think it's more than just, well, it's more than just a tattoo. And often my clients, see, they all stay in contact. They become your friend, and it's great. I love it. I love hearing everybody's stories and, you know, what they've been up to, and, you know, and because obviously we get people from all over. I get people flying over and coming from wherever. So it is really nice to kind of stay in contact with these people.
Yeah. You're part of their journey, aren't you, really? Like, so on that note then, for artists that are thinking about adding this to their service, because I really would like to see more artists offer areolas, and for the word to spread further with this, because so many people still don't even know that this service is available through like our industry. You know, they're waiting for the NHS.
Waiting 4 years, some people 4 or 5 years for a tattoo that doesn't last. I mean, obviously we're grateful to have the NHS, you know, don't get me wrong, we're lucky to have the NHS, but they don't need to be doing these tattoos. They don't need to be doing them. They don't last. They don't understand the, you know, the pigments, the skin. They don't. They're not artists.
I even actually, completely off topic, but I went to see a surgeon, but something completely unrelated, asking me what I do, and we got chatting, and he does a lot of breast reconstructions. So his nurse was actually sitting there in the room, and he said to me, "Well, you wouldn't mind if she comes and shadows you, would you? Because she's bloody shocking at that part." Like, she's there, she's right there. She actually did. She come and shadowed me for a few areolas. I just said to her, just come down whenever you want, as long as the client doesn't mind. You're more than welcome. And she was just like, wow. She said, we wasn't taught, you know, to use any of these colours, or we didn't do it was just a circle that they coloured in, basically.
I've noticed more and more, we get like a lot of nurses from the NHS. They are starting to send their nurses for proper training with us. And the private sector as well. Some of the private hospitals are starting to send their nurses to us. But I think we offer like a 6-month mentorship, so that if they're not a tattooist or a permanent makeup artist, they need longer, don't they? They can't just come and do a 2-day course. So we offer a 6-month mentorship, which is kind of like a mini apprenticeship, really.
I love that.
So the nurses, we tend to put them on that course.
And not only that, even some clients that we've done patients, they've gone, I'd love to be able to do this for other people. Is there and obviously before we would say, oh no, you have to have been doing permanent makeup for a certain amount of time. So now we can say, actually, yes, we have another program that you can join, which is much more in-depth, long course. And if they need
some even permanent makeup artists, they want to do that mentorship because they just want a bit longer. They just want more in-depth, you know, training.
Do you know what? If that was available when I trained, I probably would have gone with that option, even being an experienced artist.
A lot of people do,
just to really soak up everything.
Yeah.
So my
And we
original
also do a
question,
masterclass as well one day for people that are already doing
it,
and they just want to do a just learn our techniques basically.
Yeah, brilliant. So my original question before I went off topic was for artists that want to get into tattooing, that want to get into areolas, they're already tattooing, they want to get into the medical. What would be your biggest tips for them to look out for with training courses? Because I get inboxed all the time, who do I recommend for areola training? So what would the key points be that you would say to look out for?
I would say definitely find out the after support, because I think that's probably the most important thing. You need to have, we're always on the end of the phone. We've got WhatsApp group, private Facebook group. And I think having somebody that's going to get back to you that day is really, really important. So we always make sure we are there for every single one of our students, night or day, aren't we? We're there, and obviously, let's say we let everybody come back on the courses as well. Because I think, let's say with a little refresher, I think find out the after support. What after support are you going to get?
So essentially, if they want to, they're obviously going to train for their 2 days, but essentially they could come back to every course forever if they really wanted. So that they're basically getting not free training because they've already paid for it, but they're getting training year on year if they want it. I also think as well, look at their work, obviously, and see if you like it. But I think talk to other students, maybe get in touch with the artist and or the trainer and ask if they can be put in touch with other students and get their experience, because you don't really do that in this industry, do we?
No, I think that's a really good tip actually, because who better to hear from than someone that's already trained?
Yeah, and they're going to get the truth because it's not coming through the trainer.
Rather than just their friend go to this, it'd be nice to actually have a full-on proper testimonial from a student that's been on the course.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, looking at your work, you have to like your trainer's work, which some people still you have to like the work, because that's what you're learning.
So we get a lot of students that have done training elsewhere, and then they come to us and we say, why did you choose that trainer? And they say, I don't know, we never saw an areola they done.
It's incredible, isn't it?
And it's not even because of just price either. It's because, they've paid quite a bit for this training. This doesn't make any sense to me, but I suppose maybe they don't know of anybody else that are doing it, or finding someone that has, got on their list of training that they are teaching medical tattooing, so they've just gone with them because it's there. That's not really the best person to go to. So
do your research.
Yep. Yeah. It's like anything, isn't it?
Do your research, people. And then lastly, before we wrap this up, can we just talk about the belly buttons? Because I love the belly buttons that you do. And MCA, because I know how beneficial MCA is. So do you train in both of these?
So the MCA, we add that on to the end of our course. So because we've got all the models there, it kind of that sort of grew organically as well, because we was tending to do the MCA in front of our students just for the client really, and then it just kind of grew that they want, and it is so beneficial because every lady that you do an areola with will have scars. Undoubtedly will have scars, and not only those, all your other clients will have some sort of scarring. So do you do MCA, Layla?
I've trained in it. I don't do a lot of it, but
It's
do you know what? I
amazing,
trained in it right at the beginning. As soon as I qualified in permanent makeup, I would actually be interested in coming to see you girls to do a refresher in this, because I'd really like to use it more. But when
it's amazing.
Yeah,
so
I think my training wasn't great. I was never 100% confident with it. I would definitely be interested in doing a little refresher.
We also do a scar and blend as well, which is basically the MCA and then kind of blend in if people have got freckles and things like that, to kind of blend the skin a little bit. So we cover that kind of thing on the course as well. Just on our normal coursage, we just kind of add that in. The belly buttons and toenails. We are planning, and we haven't done yet, but we are going to also do that as an add-on to the training. At some point we will be kind of working on that. It's just another form of medical tattooing, isn't it? We've obviously got your cleft lips, you've got your alopecia, you've got your scalp, areola, your MCA, but there's so much medical tattooing that people don't know about, but it's actually think it's
like the belly buttons and the toenails, like
They look amazing,
where
don't
would
they?
you think to go and do a course in that, do you know? But then when you see it and you see the transformations, it's like, wow, like that's actually incredible. It's so effective.
Well, actually, when I started doing the toenails, I was looking for a course. I was looking everywhere and I couldn't find a single course. So I thought I'd just have a go.
I'm going to try it myself.
I work with stars. I can tattoo. I can, So I thought I've got a couple of models in and just had a go, checked the healing process and how it all healed, and kind of adjusted the techniques and things, and kind of just managed to kind of get to a point that I'm quite happy and confident doing it now. And I've just obviously self-taught.
Yeah, I love that
the belly
though.
button, same thing. So it's
I love that. Like you can tattoo, you can work over scar tissue, your colours, everything. Why not just create it and do it your way?
Someone did, didn't that first?
Exactly. Someone's been the first person to do it. So yeah, I love that. I'm an overthinker though. When I overthink and overanalyze everything, and
you need someone telling you if you're doing it right.
I need someone to tell me this is how you do it.
Yeah. But then the thing is, I think with tattooing, especially things like that, there is no right or wrong. As long as you're doing it safely and everything's sterile and clean, and you're not going to, your rights. You know what's right and wrong. As long as you're safe, you're fine.
Yeah.
and your models don't mind being practiced on.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. You'll always get models, won't you?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, it's been absolutely incredible talking to you. And guys, I will pop Gemma and Vicky's links below. So go and give them a follow, say hello, and have a little look at just what they are doing. So guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that wraps up another brilliant episode. I hope you guys are enjoying. If you are, we would really, really appreciate dropping us a little review below. It will help our channel to reach more artists, and hopefully we can support more and more people on a regular basis. Don't forget, my inbox is always open, so if you have any questions at all for me, or there's anything or anybody you would like to see featured on the podcast, just drop me a DM. We're always here for you, and I will catch up with you over on the next episode.